Alright, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name's Oliver. So for today's video we have an episode recap of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16, episode 4. I'm gonna try and make this as quick as possible because I'm very tired and I really need to go to sleep. Brit and Angela go on a walk. They just want to get to know each other more. Angela's talking about how Charles started off very well with her sister and her mom. Like they had a great relationship, but then a couple years into their marriage, like it kind of started to drift apart, and then it got so bad that recently they had an argument about cleaning, and like Charles and her mom had an argument about cleaning and it just blew up. Like it was really bad. Then also Angela was talking about how she and Shamia got off on the wrong foot, and then Brittany was talking about how she and Kenya also got off on the wrong foot, but also she said that Kenya is really nice and nasty, and that if she keeps it up then she's coming for her. More on that later on in this video. So then it's Shamia and her sister at her house, and they're just talking about her music that she's about to release, which I think technically she already released a song, right? Never had? Yeah, I think she released it already. Oh yeah, she was talking about she and Angela's beef and how they started off on the wrong foot. She was basically saying the same thing that Angela told Brit, but then she was mocking her again with the nose, talking about, your nose is mine. Oh, Shamia is so funny. She should have been a housewife earlier, but I'm so glad that she's on right now. It's so funny. Also, she said she wants to extend an olive branch to Angela, so that's really good. After this, it's Portia. She's meeting with her Go Naked team. She said she wanted to retire at 40, but then decided otherwise because her business started to go down whenever she just had the wife title, so she was like, well, I can't live this off life anymore. Okay. Also, her cousin Londi said that they should expand on Pampered by Portia, and she wants to do like duvet, she wants to do home decor, etc., and everything like that. Then for Go Naked, they said that the ambassadors have to be serious about making their content, and they also said Drew hasn't been doing everything regarding the Go Naked contract since she's an ambassador for it. So the lawyers, Portia, HR, also Portia, and admin, definitely Portia, will all be dealing with that. So then now we're on to Drew. So it was just a scene with she and Ralph, my bad. They're basically outside talking about the divorce, and they said that they cannot talk about the divorce with their kids. It's court ordered. I didn't know that you could do that. I didn't know that at all. Drew called him a narcissist, and then she had to look up the definition of a narcissist, and she said, oh yeah, he definitely is that. So, which, yeah, definitely. So then next scene, it's Kenya and Kelly at Kenya Moore's hair spa. Kenya's just showing Kelly around the spa. It's really nice. And while the episode was airing, I looked it up. It definitely looks like people are, like, they do have stylists there. It's closed Monday through Wednesday, or Monday through Thursday. Or is it Sunday through Thursday? I think it's closed Sunday through Thursday, but open Friday and Saturday? No, I don't know. It's open 3 days out of the week, that's all I know. But Kelly, she has security with her because her ex like threatened to delete her from life, and basically the judge awarded her a restraining order due to that. Like that's insane. So she walks around with security all the time, as she should. So just because she's a mom of 4. But Kenya was like, oh yeah, he tried to color purple you, which I was like, oh my gosh. And then Kenya said that she spent Brooklyn's college funds on the Kenya Moore hair spa, which is $400,000, and she's like afraid that it's just like gonna fail, which like I totally get that, because it's like you believe in something so much and you spent all this money on it. Like, how do you get the word out that, you know, you want these people here? Like, how do you tell people, you know, please come to my hair spa, please come, you know? She and Kelly, they had a really good bonding moment. I like Kelly and Kenya's relationship, and I could see Kelly, she's like in support of Kenya too. So yeah, I only have one point for the next thing. It just says Brit meeting with her sister. I said kind of productive. I wasn't paying attention during that, not gonna lie. After this, okay, it's Drew and Dennis. So I have on here that their vibe is so interesting. I don't know. I'm like, it's just odd. Also, they're talking about Portia. It's really awkward there. And then she's singing in the studio, like, I need to breathe and I got a new weave. Like, who wrote this? Who wrote these lyrics? Seriously. Then the last scene, it's Angela's bank dinner. So, Kenya was the only one who didn't show up in black. It said black chic attire, and Kenya wore like a teal Versace dress. It was very pretty. Kenya was being the moment, as she should. Shamia brought an olive branch, and she apologized to Angela for making the comments about her nose. She was like, that's not who I am. Like, I'm so sorry that I even did that to you. But then also Kelly tried to say that Drew didn't buy anything at her event that she had at Beaumont. But Drew was like, no, like I bought a blazer for my son, and she showed text messages. But Kelly was like, these are just text messages between you and the sales associate. Like, I don't see that you actually bought anything, because it was a fundraiser. But then Kelly was like, oh, I see you texted Dennis though. Anyways, then Shamia, she played like her song that Never Had to everybody, and everyone's feeling it. Like, every single person's feeling it except for Portia, of course. And Portia was like, are you even on the song? That sounds like Drew. She's being real negative. Like, everybody was like, really? That's your friend and you can't even be happy for her? That is crazy. After this, they start asking each other shady questions, and then Portia mentioned the baby that Charles Oakley had. Which, I don't know, did y'all hear about that? It's like, it's with Wendy Williams. I can't even remember the whole story off the top of my head. I can't look it up right now because I'm really tired and need to go to bed. But basically, something happened where it's like, did Charles tell Wendy? Somebody told Wendy that Charles had another baby on Angela. He had another baby on her or somebody else. That's just crazy. Anyways, okay, so the way that the game worked, it's like they were asking each other shady questions, but it's like you don't see who wrote it in. So Brit opened one and said, why can't you talk to Brit, like, you know, in a really nice way? And Brit's like, I didn't write this, just so you know. And then Kenya was like, well, I talk to everyone in a nice way. And and Brit's like, you don't talk to me that nice. Sure, she said something like that. Kenya was like, you're just looking for a moment. And then Brit is like, no, you're looking for a moment. Kenya was like, I am the moment. When she went into the camera, she was like, I am the moment. When she did that, what season was that? 14? Was that 14 or 15? One of the seasons, but I love that. When she said that, I'm like, yep, exactly. Kenya, you know exactly who you are. From that, Brit was triggered. Like, triggered. And this is where all those rumors from last year started, whenever, like, last June when all this was happening. And people were saying, oh yeah, like, Brit said she threatened her with a gun. I'm like, a gun? What? Yeah. Brit said, she was like, whenever they were leaving, she said, yeah, and I have my pistol. What is wrong with you? Like, seriously, what's wrong with you? And she doesn't stop talking about that. She's yelling. She's just saying some crazy stuff. She's like, I have pistols and everything. Like, don't play with me. I'm like, this is not it. Now, Kenya is just standing outside. Because, like, Brit and Mike and Kelly, like, they went over here. Like, Kelly's trying to, like, talk to her to calm her down. And so did Angela. And Kenya's standing over here outside of Portia's Rolls Royce, because I think Shamia got in the car with Portia too. And and Kenya's standing outside, but she's like either talking to them in the car or whatever, but obviously Kenya can hear them because they're not too far away. And Brit is literally yelling all this stuff, and she's just yelling everything like, I have pistols and don't play with me, like just saying that over and over and over. And Kenya, she's just acting unbothered, like unbothered. Then she gets in the car, and they're mic'd up still so you can hear it. But on the mic, Kenya was telling them, she said, yeah, Brit said that she had a pistol. And then they're like, a pistol? And they're like, yeah, she said she had a gun, Like, that's so crazy. So then we know that next episode is whenever Kenya is like, who is this hoe? Brit Edie is her name, when she holds up that poster that says insurance fraud hoe. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed as much as I did making it. Please remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.